welcome to Colors. I'm Erica, and today I am going to be doing the Would You Rather tag that was originated by Kirsty Color and Sketch. I thought I would do a little bit of coloring here in Twilight Garden. I'm still playing with my Spectrum Noir color blend pencils, so I thought I would continue using them on the page that I have going in here and answer some of those questions for you. So let's get started. Let me find my page here. Well, hold on just a second. Where is it? Here it is. So this is what I've done so far. I think it's super cute. I really like the way that these pencils work for me, especially on this paper. They've been doing excellent in this book. So let me I'll do a few of the greenery on this side while we chat a bit. Okay, so the question number one is, would you rather have the same book forever or the same medium forever? I would say the same medium forever, I think. It is, even, you know, with colored pencils, you can get so many different effects that I think that you could make it look different enough. And, you know, if you're coloring on different paper, that's always going to affect the way that the pencils or markers or whatever medium you're using, it's going to affect the way that works. So I think I would go with the same medium. Also, if I'm not allowed to switch around what I'm actually coloring, I get so bored. So yeah. So I think that using the same pencils would be fine. And it would have to be a pencil, I think, not like I don't think I could do markers, only markers. I would have to have pencils. Question number two. Would you rather color a page full of leaves or a wallpaper style? And I don't know. I mean, I guess this page kind of is a page full of leaves, but there's also flowers and stuff in it. So maybe that's a benefit. I think, man, I didn't realize I was going to get stumped this early on. I'm going to say that the page full of leaves. And only because, again, you can vary it. And the leaves may be different. Each one might be just a little different, and the wallpaper is the same repeating thing over and over and over. So yeah, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna go with the page full of leaves. The next one, would you rather color fur or skin? I would much rather color skin. I've only colored fur a few times, and I still feel like every time I'm about to do it that I'm going to mess it up or something's going to go wrong. I feel a little bit more confident with skin. I'm not, you know, super great at it. I feel confident enough in my skills, though, and that that's one that I feel I can learn and grow with. But the fur, I don't know. Maybe it's just all the tiny little strokes that you have to do. I don't know what it is, but anytime I have a picture where there's an animal with fur, I start to get in my head a little bit and dread it. And then I end up doing something else because I don't want to mess with the fur. So yeah, I would much rather color skin. Okay, would you rather color a double page spread in Kerby Rosanes book or a double page spread in a Klara Markova book? I still have yet to color in my Klara Markova book, the only one I have currently. that being said, I think I would rather do a double page spread in her book because it doesn't seem as super detailed. But I might be wrong. I don't know, because like I said, I still haven't colored in those books. Yeah, I'm going to go with Klara Markova on that one. Just because as much as I love seeing the Kirby books, the double page spreads done, it drives me crazy trying to get it to that point. So, yeah. We're going to go, yeah, Klara Markova. The next one, would you rather color grayscale or line art? And I don't do line art very, I've had minimal line art on some things, but I've never colored minimal grayscale on some things, but I've never colored a full grayscale picture. So I'm going to say line art for me. I've seen so many people do beautiful things with the grayscale. I am tempted to get some. I think I heard, I can't remember who it was. Darn it. But they were talking about how they had been hesitant to color grayscale, but when they started, it really helped them figure out where like shadows and stuff are supposed to be. And that could be good for me. I could probably use that because my shadows aren't always in the right spot, but I don't know. I do have, like I said, I do have a few books now that have some grayscale images, so I'll probably attempt something soon, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. I don't know, I think I like figuring out where all of my shading is supposed to be, or, if I want to change where the lighting is coming from, I can do that too. And with grayscale, you're kind of stuck wherever they put the shadows. So yeah, so I don't know if I don't know. Maybe it's another one of those things where I don't want people telling me how to color, where to color. That's another reason maybe why I'm not doing the color by numbers. I don't know. Sorry. Number 6, would you rather color a Mystic Art mirror page or a Christine Karron page? This is going to be a hard one because while I do have art finally from both of them, I have not colored either one of them yet. So I can't really answer that one. I'm going to say, I like them both. I'm going to say Mystic Art Mirror because I feel like those ones will be slightly easier. They seem to be like larger with the thick lines. I think it's just a little bit easier to figure out what goes where and have large chunks of color. And the Christine Karron ones are very, they're still beautiful. I love both of these artists to pieces, but I just haven't colored in either one of their books or artworks yet. So yeah, but I'm going to say Mystic Art Mirrors. I probably will end up coloring one of hers first. Let's see. Would you rather color in silence or color with background noise? I much prefer to have some kind of noise in the background. My husband usually leaves the TV on upstairs. So I'll either have that or I'll have the kids playing video games, or if nobody else is home, I usually have YouTube on. And then I also listen to the D&D podcast or D&D streaming thing that I listen to, the streaming game that I listen to weekly. I'm sure you guys are bored with me talking about that, so I'm not going to go into detail again about it, other than to say I love it and it's the best thing on earth. Okay. Number 8, would you rather color with a mix of mediums and brands or one medium and brand? I like to mix it up. Lately I've been sticking to one brand per page, but that's more of a challenge for myself. I prefer to be able to, you know, if I know that I'm not going to have the right shade in a specific brand, that I can then go to a different brand and be like, you know, get the right one that I need. Yeah, so I would say a mix for me. Would you rather color with a white gel pen or a white Posca pen? I prefer the white Poscas. I know people have talked about how they've had like their pens just kind of vomit paint all over their projects, or they've had, you know, spills or whatever. I've never had that issue. So I'm not sure if I've just been lucky, but yeah, I've never had that issue with Posca pens. And you can't, there are just some things you can only do with the Posca. So yeah, Posca for me. Let's see. Where are we at? Number 10. Would you rather color in the morning or color at night? If I have to choose, I think I would rather color in the morning. Only because I've been getting so tired lately that at night I can't keep my eyes open. So I've been up and ready to go early in the mornings a whole bunch lately, and it's been a nice change. My entire life I've been a night owl. But this past year, I don't know if it was COVID related or what, but I turned into a morning person. So yeah, I'm going to say color in the morning. Next question is, would you rather follow a YouTube tutorial or a tutorial from a book? I haven't really followed either. I will watch YouTube tutorials and take bits and pieces from things. Oh no, I take that back. I have done one tutorial. I did a sky tutorial, a night sky, like a galaxy night sky tutorial by Olivia Odorant on her YouTube channel, and really enjoyed that. I have not done any tutorials from books, so I'm gonna have to say the YouTube tutorial probably would be my way to learn. I feel like it's easier for me to learn if I see it done as well as hear it. Like, I need both of the things. I can't just read it and know how to do it. I need to have it demonstrated for me as well. So YouTube tutorials and like Skillshare and Patreon, things like that, those are all great ways to get knowledge that you need. Haven't done any classes on Skillshare or anything, but I've seen some of them that look really interesting. I've been tempted several times to do that because I'd love to improve my watercolor skills. I'd love to improve my drawing skills. But I've been lucky to find YouTube channels here and there that I can do for free. So, would you rather color food or color glass? I sometimes have an issue when I am coloring glass. I don't know where to put all the cute reflections. Like, I'm not quite sure how to color all of that. So I would say food, because I don't have to worry about the reflections so much, unless it's something shiny. But you don't really have that issue unless it's like Jello or like super, super shiny chocolate or something like that. So yeah, I would rather color food. The next question, would you rather color a Jasmine Beckett Griffith page or a Jade Summer page? I'm going to go with Jasmine Beckett Griffith. I really like her pages. I still haven't done very many. I haven't done very many Jade Summer either. Actually, I was looking for my Jade Summer. I only have one book by Jade Summer. And I can't find it. My daughter wanted to color in it, and we were looking everywhere and we couldn't find it. She really wanted to color an anime girl, so I kind of felt bad that I didn't have it there for her. Okay, some of these flowers, I think I'm going to add a little bit more, a little bit of a darker green in there. I'm going to use this peacock green, I think. See if that, just because, especially like back here, because it's kind of in a little bit of a shadow. Yeah. That works. Okay. Let's see what else. The next one is, would you rather do a color by number page or color a mandala? Neither of those are my favorite. Well, you know what? I can't say that color by numbers aren't my favorite because I don't have any color by number pages. So I would have to say, I don't typically prefer mandalas unless it's like one that doesn't really follow the mandala rule where everything's supposed to be like equal all the way around. I like circle patterns of, you know, pictures, but I don't really care for the ones that it's the same image all the way around. I did earlier during the pandemic this past year, I went through a phase where I thought I was gonna get all these mandala books and I was gonna color mandalas over and over, and it just didn't. I got bored. I got bored too fast. Yeah, so I have a couple of those Kamila Anjakova mandala books, and I have colored, I think, one in each of them. So sorry, I'm getting focused, sidetracked here with my coloring. Let's see, what's the next one? Would you rather color with watercolors forever or alcohol markers forever? I would definitely rather color with watercolors. I like alcohol markers. I like the fact that they cover large areas quickly, and I do appreciate that about them. However, I love the watercolor effect. I think it's beautiful. And as long as I can get paper that will accommodate it, I would much rather use the watercolors. Would you rather color a Christmas page in June or an Easter page in December? I think, oh, that's the wrong pencil. I think I would rather color Christmas page in June. I prefer coloring Christmas pages, so I would be okay coloring it off season, whereas the Easter page just wouldn't, I mean, it would be fine, but it wouldn't be something that I would seek out in December to color because I would be so busy coloring the Christmas pages already. Some of these leaves are some have like, I don't know if you can see it, some have like the divisions on the leaf, and then others are like all inside. That probably doesn't make any sense. I do need to get a little bit of shadow underneath this guy. Okay, next question is, would you rather color on Create Space paper or color on toned tan paper? I don't have toned tan paper, and I'm actually okay coloring on the Create Space paper. So I feel like I've seen people, especially artists, use that toned tan paper to beautiful results. So I feel like it would probably be more fun to color on that toned tan paper. But since I don't have it, I don't know that I can say that for sure. I'm going to say toned tan, because while I am okay with the Create Space paper now, it's not always the most fun, because you do have to fight with your pencils sometimes. Oops. Yeah, so toned tan paper. Would you rather color with Prismacolors or color with Arteza pencils? Definitely Prismacolors. They're just my pencil. I really, really like them. I can make them do what I want, and I usually don't have to fight with them. There's only been a couple of instances where I've had to try to manipulate those pencils when they weren't doing what I wanted them to do, which was interesting, but yeah. I'm gonna do some of the centers of these flowers so you guys aren't bored with just watching me do the leaves. I'm using one of my new Crayola glitter pens. This one is the yellow one. The next question is, would you rather color the background first or color the main image first? I typically will color the background first. I've had it happen too many times where I've finished the image and then gone in to do a background, and then I mess something up on my image. The only times that I will not is if I'm going to do a pastel background. Sometimes I can, especially if you use a pretty heavy wax pencil, because once you have the color burnished in there, that pastel will not stick to the wax. So you can kind of just go right over it and it won't pick up that color. But typically I will color the background first. This is super sparkly. I hope you guys can see how sparkly that is. Love it. The next question is, would you rather use Neocolor 2s or Derwent ink tints? And that's just a mean question. I love both of those mediums, 2 pieces. If I have to choose, I'm going to say the Derwent ink tints, only because you can not only get pastel effects with it, you can also get super, super vibrant colors with it. And I feel like sometimes with the Neocolors, you have to work way harder to get any kind of vibrancy out of those. Yeah. Yep, so Derwent ink tints. Mean question. The next one is, would you rather rip a page out or attempt a rescue? I'm guessing that is if you've screwed something up so bad that you hate it and never want to see it again. I never rip pages out of my books. If I've messed something up to the point of I don't see a rescue for it, I will just move on and not think about it anymore and try my best to just forget about it. And it's okay, because it's a coloring book. It's not like a major work of art that I am trying to sell, you know, that someone else is relying on to be of a high quality. This is just for me. That's just my fun. And I will attempt to rescue it first. So I guess I'll say rescue. I'll attempt to fix it. There have been many times where I hate the way things are going and I just keep messing with it and keep playing with it, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, and just kind of go with the flow on that. Yeah, so definitely a rescue. Oh, so right now I'm using these Tombow dual brush markers, and these work really well in this book. And you can actually blend and layer with these, and the paper takes it very well, and there's no bleed through. I have used these markers previously and tried to blend them, and they do bleed right through, but not on this paper. This is high quality paper. So I'll kind of show you what I mean here. So I went with a little bit of a darker brown, and then I'm using that light color brown again, and it just kind of creates a neat little effect. And we're going to do that right in here too, because that would be a darker area anyway. You can kind of see I've done a little bit of that through this area. What is the next question? Would you rather color in a hardback book or a softback book? I prefer the hardback books, but only because they're easier to transport. Like, you can color wherever you want with those, and it's not going to be an issue. Let's see where I want this color to go. Yeah, I love my softback books. There are so many I truly love. All the Johanna Basford books, the Kirby books, those are all great books. All the Erie books, my goodness, I love those books. But it would be super handy if they were hardback, because then I could take them with me. Yeah, I like that. And then the last question, that's not so much a would you rather, but it does ask what your favorite artist is. That is a tricky question for me. But if I would have to pick right now, I would say probably, I know I'm coloring in a Marie Trolle book, so I should say that one, but as much as I like her, she's just not my favorite. I would say Erie, I think, currently. There's just something about her books that I just can get lost in. And even when it's a super intricate page with all 5,000 little details, I'm okay with it because I'm having fun while I'm coloring it. So okay, do this last little branch here, make it darker on the bottom. A couple pieces here and there that kind of go back over with a light color. There you go. And you get a little bit of variation in your trees. I like the way that this page is turning out. I think it's going to be really cute when it's done. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching today and for listening to me answer all these lovely, some mean, would you rather questions. Yeah. I hope you guys have a great day, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye!